Hey, welcome back. Very excited about this knife, one I've been looking for quite a while actually. A contact community friend member had it and yeah, gave me a reasonable price on it, so I gave him the money for it. This is how this works. You give me knife, I give you money. Come on. This is a Brown Knives Mini FSD in the smooth criminal finish. Okay, it's not actually called the smooth criminal finish. I said that. But check that out. Yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these. For show. That is not what I was expecting. It's smoother than I thought it would be. I kind of thought it'd be a little, because of the dark wash kind of look to it, I thought it'd be a little more tacky. It's quite smooth in the hand. Very nice, very nice. This one's actually got a loose pivot. Let's see if we can tighten that up a tad. Sometimes happens during the mailing process. The right size, yep. Just totally loose there. And now we're good to go. This is one of the things I love about these FSDs. You get that pivot tight, and you're like, oh boy, now it's gonna get locked up too much or something. And it is still so good. This one actually has a little front to back wiggle, so it may need to go in for a little service. How do I like it compared to the milled ones? I think this is really the question that's been on my mind. This one, by the way, is number 122. So it's one of the first, I don't know if it's one of the first, it's one of the earlier smooth ones. He didn't do a lot of these early on. So how do I like it compared to this? Boy, I don't know. A little less ornamental. So I like that part about it. It's a little more understated. This one has no wiggle whatsoever. So it's kind of interesting that this one has attached there. A little smooch. I'm trying to tell from the blade too if this one was used at all. I think it was supposed to be like new, but that does not look like Craig's usual edge on there, so I think this thing has been resharpened. Sort of verify that. It looks like a pretty different edge to me, so I'll have to double check on that. Which is, not a terrible thing, honestly. The edge that comes on these aren't great, so to put a better edge on it is totally reasonable on this knife, in my opinion, but I do like original. If you watch the channel, you know that. Interesting on the pivot though, and the twinge of wiggle. You actually hear that I'm getting there. So I got a feeling it's something that can be fixed, but let's see what we think here. Yeah, it feels really nice in hand. It's a really smooth scale, like glassy smooth, like almost kind of like that Timascus on the Demco 80 20.5 smooth. So that was a little unexpected, but I like it. Let's give it a little wipe down, just kind of see what we see. Once we do that, get some of the hand oils and stuff off the smooth scale where it shows a little more. From that perspective, I really do prefer, like these kinds of finishes. Very hard to see any fingerprints on finishes like these, so I do really like that on that kind of titanium knife. But it does feel just really good in hand. It's a little more understated, which I really like. So that's all good. Centering looks great. It's perfectly centered. Yeah, just kind of weird on the pivot. So I'll ping Craig. Craig has amazing service on his knives. Just send it over, takes care of it in like a week, maybe 2 in your worst case. He's really good on his service, which is amazing for how many knives he's made and being a one-man shop. I could imagine it being a really bad situation, but I don't think he has a lot of repair and service issues because he does make his knife with a very high quality in QA. And I guess in turn, he's able to deliver a pretty amazing service level. Because I'd say of the 4 or so I've ever sent him, 3 of them came back in the first week. Maybe 1 of them came back after like 8 or 9 days or something. Like it wasn't much longer. It was like maybe like a day over or something the other times. So yeah, nice knife. There's not too much more to say about that. You know, aside from, it's definitely a great alternative for someone that doesn't want such maybe like a showy scale as some of the you know, milled scales that Craig does on his other knives. This is definitely a nice little alternative for someone that's looking for a more understated option, or someone that just loves kind of a glassy finish in hand. Really nice for that too. So yeah, all for now, I'd say. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.